What if the Culling Games had begun with Gojo not sealed? Now remember, there was a reason why Kenjaku needed to seal Gojo before starting the Culling Games, and today I'm going to be explaining why that is the reason. Now this video was recommended to me too many times, honestly, and with good reason. I mean, this video has been covered by quite a lot of YouTubers. You know, what if Gojo was in the Culling Games? There's been a lot of what if Gojo was in the Culling Games, or what if Gojo was unsealed and released into the Culling Games, and there's even been a lot of what if Sakuna was in the Culling Games, or you know, all these other characters in the Culling Games. So by no means this is not an original idea. I'm making this video because it was requested quite a lot, and I wanted to do my own take on this because I have not seen other people's takes on this, not even the Sakuna one, though I would hope everyone has the same opinion I do. It should be really obvious how this ends because there's only one way this is gonna go, seriously. Alright, now to the actual explanation. What if Gojo was in the Culling Games? This would go very quickly. To be honest, at most it would probably take a few hours. It could probably even take a short 1 or 2 hours for him to end the entire Culling Games. Now why is this the case? The first thing you have to realize is that Gojo and full-powered Sakuna do not scale with any other character in the whole series. Pretty much I have a tier system on how I rank characters in tiers. So below Gojo, you know, there's like Jackpot Hakari, there's full-powered Yuta, or Kenjaku. These are the guys right below them. But I'm not kidding, there's like 8 or 9 whole empty tiers between the top tiers being those guys and then Sakuna and Gojo. It's really unbelievably crazy just how powerful Gojo and full-powered Sakuna is. It's literally like they are not even from this anime. Like they were taken from another anime and they were just placed into this anime. It's just crazy how badly they overscale every single character in this whole series. You had all of the strongest disaster curses not being able to do a single thing against Gojo with the distractions of all these people and with all these tactics and strategies. You had all 4 disaster curses, you had Choso, and you had Kenjaku too. And even with all of these distractions and tactics, the reality was they didn't do anything against Gojo. They did 0 damage. They did absolutely nothing to him. As a matter of fact, he was actually killing them one by one until Kenjaku sealed them. There is no beating these characters. Remember, there was a reason why Sakuna was not killed in the past and he was sealed. And I guarantee you this, in the past, Sakuna was probably sealed using some underhanded tactic as they used to seal Gojo. Because you cannot beat these guys, you can only seal them. It's really crazy how strong they are. Now that I've given my Gojo wank, which to be honest, him and full-powered Sakuna are the only 2 characters who deserve the ultimate wank. This is how it would go. Pretty much, he would first step into the first colony. This could be any colony. Let's say it was the colony that Yuta stepped in, so the Sendai colony, the strongest colony so far. He would walk in there, give him like 10 minutes, he would kill every single sorcerer in there, all of them. The thing you have to remember about Gojo is that Gojo never runs out of cursed energy and he has infinite stamina, so he doesn't need to eat, sleep, go to the bathroom. He has infinite stamina and he has an infinite supply of cursed energy. So yeah, he is pretty much unstoppable. And actually, before I even continue this video, I have to talk about the Teen Gojo versus Toji feat because people use this to underscale Gojo. Please remember that the Gojo that Toji beat didn't have reverse curse technique, he didn't have hollow purple, he wasn't able to use red glow, his limitless wasn't as strong, he didn't have his long distance teleportations technique, he didn't even have tens of years of experience, he doesn't even have his domain expansion, and all of this is on top of the fact that when Toji got him, he A, caught him off guard, B, Gojo hadn't slept and was completely fatigued after 3 days, and C, he had literally the ultimate counter and weapons to kill Gojo. He had come to that fight prepped to kill Gojo. He had thrown his senses off using those bugs and he had literally ran in with the only weapon that can kill Gojo. And this was all beside the fact that he started the fight by catching him off guard and stabbing it. So needless to say, adult Gojo, now with his reverse curse technique, his domain expansion, his stronger limitless, his teleportation technique, his hollow purple, with all of these things, if you put him against Toji in the current day, even without his curse technique, he would rip Toji apart just with his bare hands, even if Toji had the inverted spear of heaven. Because you also have to remember, Gojo got a massive amp in his cursed energy after that fight, and he's been getting stronger since that was 10 or 12 years ago. So yeah, just to clear that up, Gojo is an absolute freak of nature. That Toji fight, as I just said, has like 10, 20 horrible reasons why that went the way it did. And then of course, when Gojo got slightly stronger, then he no-diffed Toji. Anyway, back to my main point. Now, I hope you realize just how much of a god this man is. When he enters that Sendai colony, let's say he enters that first, he is going to absolutely slaughter every single person there in 10 minutes. I don't even mean trying to take their points, I just mean he's going to kill every single sorcerer there that quickly. And yes, I know Ryu Ishigori has a high output, I know Uro is super powerful, but remember, you cannot even compare full-powered Yuta to Gojo. They are uncomparable. Gojo is going in there and he's ripping their heads off. And again, I know there are some Gojo detractors, it is what it is, you just have to accept the reality. Gojo is just built different. There is a reason why Gojo alone, it was just one man, was able to outscale the entire Jujutsu world. He alone was holding back all of the cursed spirits in the entire world. One person was the balance for the world. Remember that. Let's say he kills every sorcerer in Sendai colony. Let's give him 20 minutes or something at most, because remember, he can teleport as well. And with his 6 eyes, he can see the cursed energy of all of the users in the entire colony, because the 6 eyes allows him to actually see cursed energy. So there is no hiding from him. In the entire colony, he'll know where every single person is, and he has instant teleportation. Once he's done with everyone there, he'll get 100 points. He'll probably make a rule that you could enter and exit barriers at will. So that would be the first rule. Then he would leave the barrier, since he now made that rule. He would teleport across to the other city, since yes, he can actually do that in a couple seconds. He would then enter the next colony. Let's say it's Tokyo barrier. Listen, I am the ultimate Kashimo wanker. Just watch my videos on Kashimo. I think he's super powerful. He'll kill Kashimo very quickly, kill every other sorcerer there. Then he'd get at least another 100 points, maybe 200. To be honest, he wouldn't even need the points, since with the rules he's made, he can now enter all the colonies. I mean, if you want, you could just say he's going to make a rule to transfer points between players, so that this way they can save Megami's stepsister and whatnot. So let's say he adds that rule and he's done with that colony. He goes to the next colony. He just clears out everyone there again in like 20 minutes, 10 minutes. And then now he has 200 to 300 more points, and he can just keep adding rules to make this go quicker. I mean, just think about what rules he could add. He could just actively add rules to troll the Culling Game. Of course, you can't add rules that directly contradict the Culling Game, I think, but you could still add rules that benefit him and the others around him. Give him like what, an hour, 2-3 hours. He's cleaned up the entire Culling Games. It's over. Everyone is dead. And just like that, the Culling Games are over. And Kenjaku's plan, which he spent literally 1,000+ years building, remember, since he has been building this plan since Sakuna was around, is now in flames. So yeah, this is kind of a boring what if, and again, it's been done by other YouTubers. I have no idea what those other videos are saying. I would really hope that they say the same thing I did, because I mean, what other way is this gonna go? Seriously, Gojo is the God King for a reason, and I know it's probably gonna make a couple people upset, but hey, that's the reality. I mean, hey, do you think it would actually go differently? Because like, even if Higuruma, okay, he activates his domain, first of all, Gojo's domain is overpowering his instantly. But let's say even if Gojo, for the fun of it, decided to play by his rules and Higuruma gets the Executioner's Sword, okay, Gojo can't use his curse technique. Gojo is still so fast and strong since he has his cursed energy. He will just literally walk up to him and just punch his head off. And if Gojo was able to do that to Hanami just in an instant, literally turn Hanami into a pile of mush, yeah, Higuruma is gonna have it rough. And I know there's that saying that when Higuruma takes your curse technique, it kind of affects your cursed energy, since it kind of goes against long ingrained instincts. Remember, this is not an average sorcerer. This is Gojo fucking Satoru. This is not going to apply to him. The normal rules do not apply to this man. All of this is if he decides to play around with Higuruma as well, which would honestly end in like a minute or two, even if he decides to. So yeah, he'd have like what, 1,000+ points. Every sorcerer in every colony is dead now, and the Culling Game's over. So I hope it does make it clear why Kenjaku wanted Gojo to be sealed first, because this is what would have happened. But again, if you guys have a different idea or a different take on how this was going to go, let me know actually in the comments below. Because remember, this is just my interpretation of how it's going to go, though I really do think, to be honest, this is how it happened. But if you think that maybe someone could do something about Gojo, I mean, argue away in the comments. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please do consider subscribing. I make a ton of JJK content just like this, you know, versus battles, power scaling certain characters, theory videos, even what ifs like this. So yeah, I'd really appreciate that, and you'd become a member of the Higuruma fan club. Even though I said Higuruma would turn into mush, though, it's Gojo. So, and thank you very much for watching again, and have a nice day. Take care.